Oliver Cromwell, a name synonymous with the English interregnum and a figure of profound historical debate, remains one of the most controversial figures in British history, simultaneously lauded as a liberator and condemned as a regicide. Born in 1599, the scion of a well-connected, though not particularly wealthy, family of Huntingdonshire gentry, his early life was marked by a sense of inadequacy and a perceived failure to excel at Cambridge University. His family's Puritan leanings instilled in him a deep sense of religious conviction, which would later shape his political trajectory and fuel his unwavering commitment to the parliamentarian cause. Cromwell's initial foray into public life was relatively unremarkable, serving as a member of Parliament for Huntingdonshire in the short-lived Long Parliament of 1640. However, the escalating tensions between King Charles I and Parliament, triggered by issues such as taxation and religious policy, quickly propelled him into a more prominent role. The outbreak of the English Civil War in 1642 transformed Cromwell from a relatively obscure figure into a military genius and a key player in the parliamentarian army. Initially, his military capabilities were questioned, but his unwavering dedication and keen tactical insight soon proved invaluable. His creation of the new model army, a religiously motivated and disciplined force, proved to be the decisive factor in the parliamentarian victory over the royalist forces. The principles underlying the new model army, meritocracy, religious conviction, and a strict code of conduct, fostered a powerful sense of unity and purpose among its soldiers. The pivotal Battle of Naseby in 1645, where Cromwell's cavalry played a crucial role in routing the royalist army, effectively sealed the fate of Charles I. Following the royalist defeat, Cromwell's influence within the parliamentarian ranks continued to grow, and he became a leading figure in the Council of the Army. The subsequent trial and execution of Charles I in 1649, a deeply controversial act, further solidified Cromwell's position as a powerful and uncompromising leader. Cromwell, though initially reluctant, ultimately endorsed the regicide, believing it to be necessary for the establishment of a stable and righteous republic. The execution marked the end of the monarchy and the beginning of the Commonwealth of England, a period of republican rule under the Protectorate. In 1653, Cromwell dissolved the Rump Parliament, a move widely criticized as autocratic, and declared himself Lord Protector of the realm, effectively establishing a military dictatorship. As Lord Protector, Cromwell presided over a period of relative stability and economic prosperity, overseeing the expansion of English trade and the suppression of rebellious forces in Ireland and Scotland. His military campaigns in Ireland were particularly brutal, resulting in widespread devastation and the deaths of thousands of Irish civilians, a dark chapter in Cromwell's legacy. He implemented a strict Puritan moral code, suppressing dissenting religious groups and imposing restrictions on public entertainment. Despite his successes in governing and military matters, Cromwell's rule became increasingly unpopular due to his authoritarian style and the suppression of parliamentary liberties. He faced opposition from both royalists seeking a restoration of the monarchy and parliamentarians advocating for greater parliamentary control. Cromwell's health deteriorated in the later years of his rule, and he died in 1658, leaving the Protectorate in disarray and paving the way for the restoration of the monarchy. His death marked the end of the interregnum and the return of Charles II to the throne, bringing an end to the Commonwealth and the Protectorate. Cromwell's legacy remains complex and contested, viewed by some as a divinely appointed leader who saved England from chaos, and by others as a ruthless dictator who betrayed the principles of the Revolution. His role in the English Civil War and the interregnum cemented his place as a pivotal figure in British history, a man of unwavering conviction and military genius, yet also a controversial and often brutal leader. The debates surrounding his actions and motivations continue to this day, ensuring that Oliver Cromwell remains one of the most fascinating and debated figures in British history. His military strategies, particularly his use of cavalry and his emphasis on discipline, continue to be studied by military historians. The new model army, a product of Cromwell's vision, became a model for later armies, demonstrating the effectiveness of meritocratic recruitment and rigorous training. His religious beliefs, while often seen as rigid and intolerant, were deeply ingrained in his sense of duty and his belief in the righteousness of his cause. The execution of Charles I, a decision that irrevocably altered the course of English history, remains a source of intense historical debate and moral scrutiny. Cromwell's relationship with Parliament was often fraught with tension, as he sought to assert his authority while simultaneously respecting the principle of representative government. His impact on Ireland was devastating, with his campaigns resulting in widespread famine and displacement of the Irish population, leaving a lasting legacy of resentment and bitterness. Despite his flaws and controversial actions, Oliver Cromwell remains a towering figure in British history, a man of extraordinary ability and unwavering conviction who shaped the destiny of a nation. His legacy is a complex tapestry woven with threads of military genius, political ambition, religious conviction, and ruthless pragmatism. The study of Oliver Cromwell continues to illuminate the complexities of the English Civil War and the challenges of governing in times of upheaval and political transition. His enduring popularity, despite his controversial actions, speaks to his enduring appeal as a symbol of strength, determination, and unwavering belief in his cause. Ultimately, Oliver Cromwell's story is a cautionary tale about the dangers of unchecked power and the importance of upholding the principles of justice and liberty, even in times of crisis.